Israel supplies 2 water lines into Gaza. One of those water lines, by the way, came under attack from Hamas from a mortar, and we had to fix it under fire. We're continuing to supply water, and our obligations under international law are to facilitate the provision of life-saving humanitarian aid necessary for the civilian population. We have been doing that. So we're committed to allowing the provision of humanitarian aid through Egypt. That is going through. There are no limitations on our part. We've more than doubled our capacity to inspect the humanitarian aid. That's entering through Egypt, and it's important that that humanitarian aid reach the civilians who need it.
You are spreading your lie. Your Haaretz newspaper has even stated Apache helicopters killed their own civilians. That is a fact. Anybody here watching, look it up. The question of reality, Israel is illegally occupied. It did not start in October the 7th.
I think Shahada's point is the story about the 40 beheaded babies. Is that still a story that has any truth to it when I think the Biden administration certainly has resiled from it?
Tom, the sad truth is children were beheaded on October 7th. And we have that from multiple eyewitnesses. The heads of 2 civilian rescue services and the military rescue services who say we literally carried beheaded children with our own hands.
You're denying international law. You're not above the law. Killing civilians, women and children, starving them of water, gas and electricity. That is inhumane.
They committed acts of mass rape. They burned whole families. In one home, a rescuer said that the father had his eyes gouged out, the mother had her breast chopped off, the little girl had her fingers cut off, and then a little boy had his foot cut off, and then the terrorists sat down to have dinner, to have lunch around their table.